Engineering reports. Hyperion power draw is now at 100%. Engineering update. We are working on accessing more power from the Hyperion. All non-relevant repair requests are currently on hold until power coupling is complete. Engineering reports. Hyperion power draw is now at 100%. Please be advised that Hyperion docking procedures are now complete. Engineering reports. Hyperion power draw is now at 100%. Tempest crew should report to the docking area at once. Please be advised that Hyperion docking procedures are now complete. Tempest crew should report to the docking area at once. Engineering reports. Hyperion power draw is now at 100%. Please be advised that Hyperion docking procedures are now complete. Disembarkation procedures for Hyperion are on hold. Please await further instructions. embarkation procedures for... Please be advised that Hyperion docking procedures are now complete.
Something I can help you with?
That's all. Thanks for your time.
Of course.
Sorry about that. I didn't realize I had the microphone muted. And I don't even want to use the PlayStation microphone, so I'm gonna hook my other microphone, my headset. Dang, man, I don't like the camera right. I think the camera right there. I think I need to see stuff that's right there. I'm not sure. Might have to move my camera again.
Engineering update. We are working on accessing more power from the Hyperion. All non-relevant repair requests are...
Hey, you okay?
I'm fine. My arm's got the brunt of it.
Stuff exploding like this happen often?
Back right after the mutiny, we had a lot of this happening. But not lately.
I wasn't there during the mutiny.
What is with that hairstyle, though?
Lucky. I thought we were done with this, honestly. That maybe I was just being paranoid.
What is there to be paranoid about?
We've had 3 malfunctions in the past week.
That's not good.
I really don't like
Sorry.
my camera where it
Understatement.
is, man.
Yeah. And now I have more repairs.
Whoever's doing this has to be stopped before someone gets seriously hurt.
That's what I'm trying to do. But I'm an engineer, not a PI. I've scanned all the potential sabotage areas I can think of. But I don't know who to trust anymore.
Sounds like a lot went down before the Hyperion docked.
Yeah, I guess. Wait, that's it.
I'm glad I only
You
beat
can't
this one
possibly be
time.
involved in this. You weren't even here during the mutiny. Would you, if you have
Because
time?
it kind of makes everything
Maybe you
fresh.
could help me. If they
Going
start
back and
hitting
playing
critical
it
systems.
again after only playing through it one time. Not right now. Sure.
Sure thing. What can I do?
If you could scan these other panels while I fix this one, that'd really help. I've sent the locations to your Omni tool. Just send me the data when you're done.
Omni tool.
Find out why. Be careful.
Oh. Ain't this one of them?
Pathfinder, to cover their tracks, the saboteur is overloading power to this panel from another junction relay. You can scan and trace the connective wiring to locate the surrogate panel.
Mm-hmm.
Scanning power junction relays. This panel is malfunctioning. Without more data, I cannot determine if this is a
Investigate.
normal malfunction.
Come on, man. I was trying to read that.
I'll just disable power to the panel until Raj can check it out.
Speak with Sam on the Hyperion.
Please be advised that Hyperion docking procedures are now complete.
Well, before I do that.
All right, what happened?
To who?
To whom?
Yeah,
And
they
your
really-
goddamn father. Sorry, my face is tired from dealing with everything. And right now, I just want to know what happened with Alec.
Yeah, they really went back and improved on everything because she used to look super weird. Her face used to look like crazy.
In the moment, it saved my life. But it seems my father meant for me to get the role, eventually.
It isn't hereditary. If we wanted an inbred monarchy, we could have left half our gene stock back home. Not home. The Milky Way. This is home. This mess. We don't have a lot of options, Ryder. Maybe you'll prove your father right. After 14 months of failed colonization, forgive me if I don't hold my breath.
How do you fit into the Nexus leadership?
I oversee the actual settlement effort. As the number of outposts is currently less than ideal, my influence is limited. As Tan is quick to remind me. Left a perfectly adequate career as a chief officer. Provincial capital, too. Only a new galaxy could pull me away. And here we are, idling.
Okay, and for the playthrough, I'm not gonna include all of this stuff, like the stuff I'm doing right now. I'm only gonna include the missions because it's like way too much stuff. It's like way too much stuff to do in this game.
You called my father Alec. No one does that.
A lot of us joined the initiative because of his vision. What he shared of it, anyway.
Were you friends, or...?
I'm not your new mother, if that's what you're asking. Or his friend. He hated that I didn't use his title. But no one's a Pathfinder until they've path-found something. Much like a colonial director without colonies.
Ain't nobody want you to be her mom, man. Get out of here.
There must be some kind of plan for encountering hostile aliens. We can't have been that naive.
We expected life, not an enemy that refuses to talk. They don't attack, they disinfect. We're nothing until we're bacteria. Sorry, 14 months and you stoop to poetry. That's how bad it is. Talk to Kandros if you haven't. He's unfortunately become the head of our military. And as soon as he realizes it, we're in the shit.
You don't trust him?
I trust him to defend us. I do not trust a rising military influence in a supposedly civilian initiative. We came here to make history, Ryder, not repeat it. Ugh, goddamn poetry.
So yeah, since I'm live streaming, you'll see me doing some of this stuff. But in the playthrough, it's only gonna be the basically the story stuff, the missions, and not none of this Hyperion crap. If I included all of that in the playthrough, it would take like probably over 200 hours.
You've had no colony successes in over a year? How many tries is that?
Less than you'd think. The Scourge, spoiled worlds, exiles, hostiles. We can't just plop down an outpost and expect picket fences. We need the Pathfinder and Sam to scout, evaluate, and inspire. The initiative promised a goal. Andromeda has not cooperated.
And if it had?
Beautiful utopian horseshit. Colonies that produce and support each other. The Nexus a citadel, not headed by Tan, or even me.
Excuse me, Director Addison.
Ryder?
It's Pathfinder.
Ryder, we're starving here. If we don't get a foundation of outposts to feed the initiative,
Why do you keep doing
we might
this?
as well be 600 years dead. Alec promised a lot. None of it panned out.
Like almost
That's what you're
everybody
up
that talks
against.
in the game, they
Why
do
people
this.
won't trust you. Why I don't trust you. Prove me wrong.
Okay, level up. Sounds like. What was I about to say?
We are working on accessing more power from the Hyperion.
Oh, if you want to connect to me on Facebook, my Facebook is Riley Heart of a Lion. Riley, R-I-L-E-Y, space, heart of, like heart of, all one word, space, a, space, lion. And Instagram, I don't really use Instagram that much. I just recently started using it, but I don't use it that much. On Instagram, it's the professional, the underscore professional 07. Professional 07, one word. And Twitter, I have a Twitter and I don't use it that much, but my Twitter is Game Master, which is you know what, let me double check. So I know it's Game Master, but I'm not sure how I wrote it.
Disembarkation procedures for Hyperion are on hold. Please await further instructions.
Yeah, so my Twitter is Game Master,
Report to the docking area.
all one word, underscore 07. And like I said, I don't use Twitter that much.
I know the Hyperion docking unannounced caused some switches to blow. That's fine. I don't care. We know
And I'm
the
pretty sure I
problem
heard
is
myself
right.
level up, so let me see what I want. sniper rifles. What is turbocharge? Temporarily vents weapon heat via armor to improve thermal clip efficiency and boost weapon firing rates. I don't care about that. Nine skill points invested in combat. Okay, so looks like I only got 2. Biotics. Nah. I'll get that next time. Go ahead, get that. Alright, so Liam. No. Wait. Alright, I'm gonna get his defense up because this dude, he was up there dying like crazy. The heck? Hate when your nose itch, man. Somebody talking about me. That's what that means when your nose itch. Health 510, shield 612. Six twelve. Dang, 500 and 250. Why is hers so low?
Engineering reports. Hyperion power draw is now at 100%.
There you are. Hope the others haven't been giving you a hard time. There's a lot that needs doing. At least with the Hyperion hooked up and feeding us power, my team and I can get more work done.
When we left the Milky Way, the Krogan were still dealing with the genophage.
Right. The genophage. A little gift to our people from the Solarians thousands of years ago. That sterility virus they infected us with left most of our children stillborn. Only 1 in 1,000 survive.
Come on now.
What about the Krogan here in Andromeda?
There's no cure for it. But my clan was starting to show mutation against the virus. A natural defense. During the trip to get here, Krogan underwent gene therapies to enhance the mutation while we were in stasis.
So you used those 600
Alright, man, I ain't
years
got time
to
for all this.
advantage.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Beyond all the statistics, it means more Krogan children will live. It's the only way my people have a future out here.
Nothing more.
Trans technician, please report to the Hyperion coupling annex.
Mello, you already checked the consoles down here, right? Huh. I think you forgot to hit confirm when you fill out the forms. They're not listed.
This is wrong. Just wrong. It's not right. It's not fair.
What's wrong?
Oh my, you're... So it's true. A Pathfinder has found us. There's hope at last. Maybe you could help. You're impartial. This whole thing has gotten so political. My husband, he's locked up and slated for exile for a crime he didn't commit.
What exactly was he convicted of?
They don't exile you for petty theft. Well, maybe this bunch would. They say it's murder. They're calling him the first murderer in Andromeda, that the dead man was his friend. He wouldn't have. There are witnesses and evidence, but it's all circumstantial. At worst, it was an accident. His name is Nilken Rensis. He could give you the details if you were willing to speak with him. Please.
I'd be happy to.
Oh, thank you. I'm sure the jailer will allow you a visit. Please, tell Nilken I love him.
Speak with the prison guard.
Engineering update. We are working on accessing more power from the Hyperion. All non-relevant...
I know that look. The others bent your ear, did they?
Something like that?
You get used to it. Just focus on being a Pathfinder. Can't argue with results, though they'll try. Anyway, welcome to Militia HQ. Excuse the mess. This office fields militia work, Nexus security, and looking for the Turian Ark.
What's the word on the Turian Ark?
Scattered readings. Some indicate the Natanus was destroyed, others that people are alive. Who knows? If you need anything, come see me, even if it's just a vent.
Are the other Turians managing okay?
So-so. We're not good at sitting around in a crisis. Service before self gets drummed into us at boot camp. That's probably why so many of us are in the militia. We like to earn our citizenship, whatever galaxy we're in. But it's hard to focus with our arc missing.
You talk like you weren't part of the leadership. How did you end up commanding the militia?
I was escorting a prospecting team on some moon when those Ket found us. They penned us like cattle for experiments. I managed to get loose, snatched a gun, and freed the others. By the time we killed the bastards and headed back to warn the Nexus, everyone... Funny, once the heat is on, all kinds of people rise to the top.
It's rough out there. I might need backup if you can spare the people.
I have strike teams specializing in assault and extraction. If you need serious firepower, my Apex teams have you covered. In fact, I could give you authority to dispatch them. It'll cut down their response time.
Thank you.
Our current ops are on the terminal. See if there's anything that could use a shot where it counts.
Bye, Kandros. Duty calls.
You and me both, Pathfinder.
Don't you hate when you get that skin on your lip that peels?
Please be advised that
It's freaking annoying.
procedures are now complete.
Alright,
Engineering update. We are working on accessing more power from the Hyperion. All non-relevant repair requests are currently on hold until power coupling is complete.
Operation Center Site. What up, bruh?
Pathfinder, no time for our beer yet. This place is a mess. Security isn't. Let's call it strained.
I can believe it. Nexus is running on empty.
Not just that. A lot of the exiles were security. Everyone was trained and armed for Frontier. We know Cat are dangerous, and now we have to worry about our people too. No idea where they went, but they left mad.
They were frustrated. If they just wanted to kill, they could have fought to the last here.
Apparently we're the big hope for everyone. Not the Hyperion showing. Just us. I'm with you. It's just... a lot.
As long as the Nexus is here, as long as we're here, we have a job to do.
Double down crisis mode. I can do that. We can do that. Ready and willing, Pathfinder.
Engineering reports. Hyperion power drop is now at 100%.
Hey, yo, she kind of...
Tempest crew should report to the docking area at
Alright, let me stop.
I still reckon they had breather gear stowed in that armor.
Perhaps both. Life is infinitely adaptable, as our expedition proves.
You must be the Pathfinder. Wonderful. You and your Sam are exactly what we need.
Thanks, Mr.
Professor Herrick, my colleagues and I will work with your Sam and the data you gather to solve Andromeda's scientific mysteries.
I'm usually out in the field, but I wouldn't mind talking shop, or lab, you know.
You are always welcome.
Not that we've had much to study, with everyone cooped up for 14 months.
But your data on the Scourge flows like poetry. Now we can better advise on repairing the damage it caused.
And maybe Addison will give us a real workspace. Who can think with all this racket?
There, is that like face paint, or is that... Or, are they naturally like that?
Pathfinder, we've had some trouble.
Anything I can help with?
Perhaps. I discharged an away team to get readings from a section of the Scourge that was behaving anomalously. They haven't reported in for some time, and sensors can't locate their shuttle. I sent them out there. Good, dedicated people. I fear what might have happened to them.
Don't give up hope. When I'm out there, I'll see if I can find them.
Their friends and family will want to know what's happened. And I need to know.
Please be advised that Hyperion docking
Hi, Pathfinder. Want to hit some rocks for science?
Absolutely. What do you need?
Sam and I used your scans and made a VI for geophysics surveys. Beta builds on the console there. Test it out in the field, and I'll wrangle you a consultant's bonus from Director Addison. How's that sound?
Pathfinder, those bioscans are superb. Could you gather more for our comparative conservation effort?
What conservation effort?
Ah, my thesis is on the console there. Broad strokes, we're comparing and preserving organisms from both galaxies. If you donate more bioscans and samples to the catalog, I can get you a finder's fee. Tempted?
Okay.
Disembarkation procedures for Hyperion are on hold. Please await further instructions.
Alright, so nothing to see here. I'll have that.
Engineering update. We are working on accessing more power from the Hyperion. All non-relevant repair requests are currently on hold until power coupling is complete. All personnel, be aware of
Weapons and stuff.
suspicious activity.
I got you covered.
Security is on
Use the
high
console to take a look through what I got. It'd be a lot easier if I weren't missing half my stock.
Ouch. Why am I paying for these?
Half the supplies are inaccessible, what with how we crash-landed and all. And I have to trade with the crooks out there for the rest, so...
Wow, 127. I don't know if I need any of that stuff now, so... I didn't say I was done.
Hey.
See, I can tell that my camera's gonna be in the way. Okay, see how much that costs. I don't think I have any shotguns, do I? Right now. Internet connection quality is currently not sufficient to broadcast gameplay. Stupid ass Verizon internet.
Engineering reports. Hyperion power draw is now at 100%.
Help you?
Pathfinder Ryder, here to see Nilk and Rensis.
Ah, our murderer. Wife's here all the time. Guess she told you her sob story. Milkgun, you're moving up in the world. There's a Pathfinder wanted to chat with you.
A Pathfinder, huh? They called in the big guns to exile Andromeda's first murderer.
Your wife's all broken up over this. She says you didn't do it, and that she loves you.
She's a wonderful person. At this point, it's too late. They found me guilty.
Why don't you tell me what happened?
I was part of the futile effort to set up a colony on Eos. We were on our last legs, overrun by hostiles, our leader dead. The security chief, Reynolds, my friend, he refused to call for evacuation. I argued with him. Everyone saw.
Last I checked, getting into a spat wasn't against the law.
There's more. He ordered us to regroup and counterattack. We were moving through a sandstorm. I saw movement, thought it was the Ket, and I guess I panicked and fired. A witness saw the chief's chest explode.
Sounds like an accident.
That's what I told them. But I was enraged when we argued. There's a recording. It's ugly. Everyone's certain I did it on purpose so we could evacuate. Only my word otherwise.
Don't throw in the towel yet. I'll review the evidence. Maybe I can find something that'll help.
That would be great. You're a Pathfinder. I'm sure Kandros would give you access. Maybe there's still hope.
Speak with Kandros. God damn it. I'm getting tired of going back and forth.
Tram technician, please report to the Hyperion coupling annex.
No news on the Turian Ark yet? Or is this militia business?
I spoke with Nilken Rensis, the man found guilty of the murder on Eos.
Yes, our first murder here in Andromeda. I wish it had been our last. When the colony attempts failed, it didn't help spirits that a high-ranking officer was killed by one of our own. The mutiny here on Eos was probably inevitable, but this acted as a spark.
Doesn't seem right to put all that on him.
Of course it isn't, but that's the perception. Despite the lack of physical evidence, everything added up. His only defense was, trust me, I didn't mean to do it.
And you assume he's lying.
What's a lie to a murderer? Look, knock yourself out. A key witness, Cassidy Shaw, works in operations. Go ahead and talk to her. And there's a recording of the perpetrator threatening the victim. I'll let you cue it up on the console there. As far as I'm concerned, this case is closed.
Bye, Kandros. Duty calls.
You and me both, Pathfinder. The Nexus versus Colonist Nilken, Evidence 7A.
Hiram! Hiram! They've seized the compound! Call for evacuation!
We're not giving up, Nilken. We're taking it back.
No! I'm not letting your ego get us killed! Even if I have to...
No! Get him off me! Get him off me!
Okay.
We are working on accessing more power from the Hyperion.
Well, that doesn't really tell you much.
Requests are currently on hold until power coupling is complete. All personnel, be aware of any suspicious activity. Security is on heightened alert.
Cassidy Shaw? I'm Ryder. I'm looking into the Nilken murder case.
Oh man, I thought that was over with. Have you heard the audio recording of their fight?
Yes.
I helped pull him off Chief Reynolds. You could see it in his eyes. He was gonna kill him. Then in the sandstorm, I had a pretty clear view of the Chief. He looked right at Nilken and shouted no. Then his chest burst open. I'll never forget it. The look on his face was pure shock.
Somebody's lying.
Did you see any Ket in the vicinity?
Nilken said so, but not that I could see. Still, the sandstorm was severe. Visibility wasn't great.
Did Nilken seem remorseful?
I lost sight of Nilken in the turmoil. When we found him, he seemed in shock. He couldn't speak. He looked nauseated. Could have been guilt. The reality of the act sinking in.
If they'd fought and Nilken threatened to kill him, why was Reynolds surprised?
Fronts fight, say things they don't mean, maybe even hurt each other. But you don't expect your best friend to shoot you. To me, that's the saddest part. The Chief's heart was broken right before it exploded.
Reynolds was leading you back to retake the compound. Did you agree with that?
It wasn't my place to agree or disagree. He was ranking officer. In retrospect, it is ironic. If he hadn't been killed, we all probably would have died.
I appreciate the information.
Of course. It kills me we had to leave him behind. He deserved a proper funeral.
So the body was never examined? Important piece of a murder investigation.
Tian wouldn't allow a mission to go back for him. Said it was too dangerous.
Sweet Lieutenant, come on, man.
Engineering update. We
I
are
don't got
working
time
on
for all this shit.
accessing more power from the Hyperion.
This is not where you at. I don't got time for all this shit, man.
Non-relevant repair requests are currently on hold until power coupling is complete.
Something I can help you with?
I'm looking into the Nilken Rensis murder charge.
And?
I want to go to EOS and retrieve Chief Reynolds' body.
That isn't usually Pathfinder business.
First murder in Andromeda, and I'm impartial. Figured you'd want to get it right.
Settling an outpost comes first. But I suppose I have no objections. Physical evidence will only bolster the case.
I'm hoping it proves something else happened.
This case has been a political nightmare. With all we've been through, the people need stability. I hope anything you find reaffirms what's been done, but if it sheds a different light, we'll deal with it. We'll send the coordinates of the murder scene. Good luck.
What do I need to consider in making a planet viable?
Assuming the planet supports life, an outpost is critical. People like a roof over their heads, and you'll want to eliminate any hostile threats. Whether that's the Ket or other terrors lurking in Helios, colonists being murdered on sight can be discouraging. Also, scouting and mapping terrain is a priority for any Pathfinder. And don't forget forward stations. You'll want those.
So, my next video going up is gonna be part 1 of the playthrough of this, and then after that, I guess some more Kingdom Hearts story, probably some more Spider-Man. No, probably some more Kingdom Hearts. Because I'm just about to finish the Toy Story world.
What can you tell me about forward stations?
I was afraid you'd ask. It's mostly what the engineers tell me. A forward station allows mining, equipment repairs, and resupply for field teams. I mean, who wouldn't want that? But seeing as how every colonization effort has failed, it's just theory at the moment. You get to test it out, Ryder.
My contacts really irritate my eye. It's really annoying, man. Goodbye.
That's all. Thanks for your time.
My pleasure. I see great things in our future.
Investigate the murder evidence.
Please be advised that Hyperion docking procedures are now complete.
Okay, now. Where? Oh, yeah.
Leah, remember when I said I was going to take a look inside the panel? I should suggest about pursuing this course.
Hey there.
You okay? Those guys really grilled you. And Addison. First Pathfinder they've seen in over a year. All she can do is question your competence?
Yeah, meeting Addison was interesting.
She doesn't know you. I do. And you're doing fine.
I appreciate it.
I worked out logistics with Director Tan. They're giving us a ship and crew. He said their best is taking care of it.
I still need to head back to the Ark and check in with Sam.
Sounds good. While you're there, maybe see how your brother's doing.
Engineering report. Hyperion power draw is now at 100%.
Five minutes to 4. Alright, so in a few minutes I'm gonna have to end this live stream. Wait a minute.
Pathfinder. Captain Dunn said to seal your father's cabin from anyone but you. It's open now.
Printed books?
Reproductions of Lewis and Clark's journals, detailing their expedition in the 19th century.
Explains Dad's interest. They were Pathfinders too.
Your father's first sidearm, a memento of his early Alliance service.
I bet that saw plenty of action.
Alec's first kill occurred in combat during the First Contact War.
Back when Turians were the enemy. Crazy times.
Normandy.
Crew muster schedules have been posted. All personnel should check with their supervisor before taking leave.
I miss Mass Effect 3 and 2.
The coffee machine Mom got for Dad. He was so busy designing you. Needed the caffeine.
I did not realize I owed my existence to a bean.
And now you know what humility feels like.
I don't know why everybody says Mass Effect 2 is the best Mass Effect game. I mean, the gameplay is fun, but it ain't nothing compared to Mass Effect 3. Mass Effect 3 was the best Mass Effect game, hands down. Don't nothing top that. And everybody talking about how bad the ending was. So what? The ending of a game does not make a game. It's the rest of the game. I didn't really care about the ending. Plus the DLCs that you got. The Citadel DLC and the Leviathan DLC. Awesome. Made the game 10 times better.
Hello, Ryder. Welcome back to Sam Node. I've adjusted my connection to your implant. The headache you experienced before shouldn't reoccur.
Yeah, what was that about? You said we need to discuss something confidential?
You should know certain facts before you leave on your expedition. It seemed best we speak alone.
I don't understand the need for secrecy.
Your father felt it was for the best.
What was he trying to hide?
My true capabilities. Alec overrode the implant's safety protocols. It allows me unrestricted access to the Pathfinder's physiology.
And that's me now.
And only you. I can act as a force multiplier, dramatically enhancing your motor and neural skills when required. Alec called them profiles. They provide unique tactical augmentation during combat. Your father preferred to keep this fact to himself.
That's kind of awesome though. They combining artificial intelligence with the human body and mind. But it's without making the person a robot. It's basically just enhancing what the person can do. Ain't gotta worry about no machine body parts and nothing. It's just all of them. It's just what you can do is being amped up by artificial intelligence.
I can understand. People might get the wrong idea. Super soldiers. A computer having control over a human.
Providing an enhancement to the human. It is a symbiotic relationship that benefits both.
What do you get out of it?
Though I'm artificial in design, I am fully sentient. Far beyond what even the Initiative understands.
I don't follow. You're an AI, so what's different?
I am a new form of AI, drawing directly from the human experience. Your implant is my window into the world.
Yeah, it's an AI, but it don't have a body. I don't remember hearing that noise before.
But the human's still in charge, right?
Of course, I was never intended to supplant the Pathfinder, only to support and enhance your abilities.
Good to hear. So what's the plan?
I find myself in an unusual position. Though I had access to your father's experiences, there is a gap in my understanding.
How so?
He placed a block on portions of my memory array.
Why?
Perhaps so when you asked me what his plan was, I wouldn't know.
And Dad strikes again.
But not without recourse. The further you explore as a Pathfinder, the more blocks will be removed. Perhaps you should begin in your father's quarters. In the meantime, unless you have more questions, your new ship awaits.
Thanks.
Profiles allow Sam to reconfigure Ryder's implant for superior battlefield performance. Select a profile and press X to activate it. See, all that stuff I can't see because the camera's in the way. Adept. Adepts are biotic specialists capable of disabling and killing enemies with powerful Mass Effect fields. This profile reconfigures Ryder's biotic implant, enabling her to defeat her opponents without firing a single shot. And I don't know what that stuff says, so go to your ship.
Ryder.
You're not on the bridge, Captain?
We powered it down. Can't afford to waste energy. Though Cryo Bay and Sam Node are exempt. And I told them to keep their hands off Alec.
Thanks.
He was right about going planetside, though.
I wish he were still here. There's so much he could have taught me.
You'll do fine. You're off to a good start. If there's anything else I can help with, let me know.
Thanks for the talk.
All right. I have requests to submit, administrators to harass, and people to wake up. I'd better get... Good luck, Captain.
Ready to see what Tan gave us?
I hear it's something special. Pathfinder en route. How's the ship?
In final checks, looking great.
I remember her booty being bigger than it.
We won't be long. The way things are going, we'll be on our own out there.
In other words, we're making this up as we go.
We used to call that tactical improvisation. But at least we'll be doing it in style. They call her the Tempest.
I love the music.
Let's go take a closer look.
Let's pick it up a bit, people. We're 14 months late. So you're the one who's making everything happen. Vetra. Vetra Nix. Initiative Wrangler, Provisioner, Gunner, and everything in between. Are we ready? The sooner we get out of here, the better.
You're coming with us?
Yes. Otherwise, there's no way they're letting this ship off the station.
I think Vetra is my least favorite of the group. I mean, like, she's not a bad team member, but she's not the best. She, like, everybody else is better than her, I think.
Yeah. Let's go see the rest of Helios.
Hold it, hold it! You're not going anywhere.
Damn it. Is something wrong?
Director Addison wants to see a complete report of the Tempest's supplies, munitions, and crew.
Director Tan overruled Addison.
The ship's loaded out with equipment for outpost discovery, squarely under Director Addison's purview.
Seen you around. Ben, right? Came here with a family, didn't you? Son still in cryo? I could pull some strings, get him to the front of the line.
Really?
Yeah, really.
They told me he wasn't essential, but I miss him.
I know. I got family too, Ben.
It's done. Addison's gonna kill me.
Nicely done.
Part of the job, Pathfinder. All things considered, it was an easy ask. And right now, you need people tearing down obstacles, not putting up more.
Finally, someone who cares about doing stuff and not just talking about it.
Alright, so I know how I'm gonna do this. Everything that I'm doing in this playthrough. Oh shit. What the hell? The hell? Oh, I thought the game froze. Alright, so
Everything's
everything
state
I'm
of the
doing.
art. Labs, sensors, exploration gear. Plus her crew, of course. The best in their field.
Ah, glad to see you looking well.
The engine core is based on the Ark's Odyssey drive.
It runs a hell of a lot quieter.
That's Gil Brody. Engineer, mechanic, all-around wrench jockey. We call this the research room. There's space for upgrading equipment, gathering intel.
Router engaged. Securing connection to Tempest.
Welcome aboard, Sam. And Ryder, of course.
All run by Suvi Anwar, our science officer. Your quarters are below. Plenty of space up here to get everyone together. It's all yours. She's light, stealthy, and the fastest ship in her class.
If I can make any of them real and data, Sugi, I'll pick her.
It's really going to be something, isn't it?
I haven't even shown you the best part. When you're ready to fly, head over to the bridge. Our pilot should have everything good to go.
Alright, so like I was saying, I know how I'm gonna do this.
Better head to the bridge when we're ready to go.
Shut up, man. I'm trying to talk. Alright, so I was just gonna like, I made 2 save profiles. I was gonna do everything that I'm doing right now, and then for my playthrough I was gonna start over, but no, since I'm about to stop this now, I'll just say, whoever didn't see this, which I know is probably not that many people watching anyway, whatever part I do in the playthrough, you'll just have to come back and look at this video to see everything that came before what happens in my playthrough. That beats.
The meeting
That beats
room.
doing everything over
You can
again.
make vid calls from the central table, or just get the crew together.
But anyway, this looks like a good place to stop. So I'll end this right here, and I'll pick this up in the next one. And I'll end this live stream. There's no way to see who's in your live stream right now. So if there is anybody watching, thanks for watching. This is Heart of a Lion, aka the Professional. I call myself the Professional when I'm playing fighting games. So like Spider-Man or like Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, games like that, I'm the Professional because I kicks ass. And for everything else, it's Heart of a Lion. Yeah, so that's why it's Heart of a Lion, aka the Professional. Alright, but anyway, whoever's watching, thank you for watching. You can feel free to subscribe, share this with your friends, and I guess come back to the channel probably like in 2 days, and there'll be some more Mass Effect up. Anyway, peace.